Indeed. Well, now that the federal government has intervened, how would you say the government going forward can, strike a balance without discouraging local investments and also protecting the rights of workers?
Yeah, that's where I say that the federal government has its agencies like consumer protection, downstream, upstream regulators, and the rest. Who would have, if they were proactive, or if the labor unions were, and Dangote himself, we have not even heard from Dangote because even the press would have at least brought these stakeholders together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is that within the context of the law, if the law is followed, there won't be what? Any problem. And then these issues of threat, we should be able to differentiate between what? Threats and statements. Because what we had was from Monday, we will shut down. And we know what the implication will be. So these are the basic issues. This has to do with what? Public order. I have my own right, like we have said, we discussed those who went there to engage and enter contract with Dangote, enter their own contract, mind you, voluntarily they agreed. Now, if they are now thinking otherwise with their union, their second thought will now be do what? And I have said we need to challenge these issues in court. And when we challenge them, the decision of the courts will give us what? The solid precedent on which to stand on and then have a better tomorrow. Like the Constitution talks of dynamic and efficient economy. Okay. We are moving out of the trend.
Okay, help us understand what the labor conventions like the ILO 87 and 98 actually say about the union rights. You talked about going to court and all that. Yes. But we know in this country also there was a time that the labor unions, Pengasan, helped us to deliver us from a military stronghold. Regime. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. When you go into, if you take a look at the National Industrial Court Act, it gave room for treaties on what? On labor. That's why I keep showing, have you explored the law? So all these are there. We have treaties, we have engaged. Yes, we are bound by it. So if the unions had taken Dangote and maybe any of the regulators to court on this issue, and then we see it go through the normal process, we'll be in a heavier position. We're not in a motor park. That is just the truth. Yeah. So the basic standard, this is the constitution of the land. And it is what? Supreme over all authorities and persons. So until this is done, and I keep saying that we should watch the rest of the world and then think of Dangote as what? A private setting, an institution in a country where we could not manage 4 refineries. And he was able to do that. Now he has come out to bridge the logistics headache. The NMPC, which is remaining 4 refineries, have not been able, and you have heard them, that they have now a new salary structure to be able to do what? Bring more professionals into, which is a public company. We have not gone to afford this, but we are going to a private. So we should be able to draw the line between what we are presenting and overriding public interest, because every Nigerian is enjoined and enshrined by this supreme law to have what? A happiness and unfettered movement within this country to own even movable and immovable properties. So this is the fundamental law of the land, and we will stand on it. And on it is where our threshold for democracy and future lies. And so be it.